was my very first hole-in-one ever. That is not a joke. I'm 34. I've played pro golf for like 11 years. That was my first one.
Professional golf is a sport that is so much more than just getting a golf ball into a hole in the ground. There are so many ways that golfers around the world show their appreciation for the sport, and one of them is their enthusiastic appreciation for the PGA Tour. Many fans even wish to compete in the tournament one day alongside their favorite golfers, and while that may seem like a far-fetched fantasy, it is completely achievable. And to prove exactly how doable that is, here's our series on how to become a professional golfer on the PGA Tour. Whether you're a recreational golfer, a beginner, or just a fan of the sport, this series is designed to provide you with valuable insights into what it takes to make it onto the tour. We'll be covering everything from developing your skills to competing in tournaments and sharing tips and advice from experts in the industry and from golfers who have successfully made it onto the PGA Tour.
If I want to hit it high, I try to feel like my hands stop over the top of my head.
So, if you're interested in learning more about what it takes to become a professional golfer on the PGA Tour, be sure to tune into each video in this series. The way we see it, there are a few simple steps to follow if you want to get on the PGA Tour. 7 to be precise. Number 1, and this is pretty self-explanatory, you must be really good at golf. Getting on the tour is not for amateur golfers. Keep watching this video to learn exactly how to get there and what is it that makes a good golfer. Number 2, you need to compete in amateur events to get your skill level up. Then, for step number 3, it's time to shed that amateur golfer status and go pro. And if you're wondering how, this series is perfect for you. The 4th step is going to Q School, and the 5th is eventually competing on the infamous Korn Ferry Tour. This will lead you to the final steps of 6 and 7, which is when you'll be able to become a PGA Tour player and get on the PGA Tour. This video, the first in our series of videos talking about each of these steps in detail, will delve into the first step of becoming a professional golfer, and we will provide an in-depth explanation of what it takes to make it onto the PGA Tour. As we mentioned, skill on the golf course plays a large role in getting you a spot in PGA. For example, you're automatically a golfer worth considering if you possess remarkable skills such as hitting long and straight dives, are able to precisely control the golf ball with your irons, and possess an exquisite short game. And you need to be consistent with these skills, as that's a key element to most professional golfers' success. So, there's a chance that you're watching this video to find out more information about the requirements to become a professional golfer. Therefore, we will take a closer look at the statistics from the PGA Tour. We'll compare the tour average to the best players' performance during the 2022 season. By analyzing these figures, we hope to provide you with a more comprehensive understanding of what it takes to succeed as a professional golfer on the PGA Tour. In 2022, the scoring average for most players came down to about 71.2, with Cameron Smith claiming the best average score of the season with 69.2. And as for the driving distance this last season, the average ran about 298.2 yards, while the best, occupied by Cameron Champ, came up to an impressive 324.2. 59.9% was the average percentage of fairways hit in the 2022 season, much lower than Ryan Armour's best 74.9%. Let's move on to scrambling and greens and regulation. With the average of both coming to 69.4% and 59.3% respectively, John Ram was the golfer who most often had birdie putt, around 72.3% of the time, and Shane Lowry was the best at scrambling. Are you keeping track on your stats? Tell us in the comments how you performed compared to the pros on the PGA Tour. What makes all these scores so impressive is that the pro golfers play on the tracks that are much more complex than your local track. The yardage is longer, the fairways are tighter, the rough is higher, and the greens are firmer and faster. To be able to make it onto the PGA Tour, you must be an exceptional golfer. Professional golfers on the PGA Tour possess remarkable skills such as hitting long and straight dives, being able to precisely control the golf ball with their irons, and possessing an exquisite short game. Furthermore, they exhibit these skills under immense pressure, which is a key element to their success. Another important thing is to know is that the handicap system considers the difficulty of the golf course when calculating your handicap. And even if the pros don't keep an official handicap, there's been attempts to estimate the handicap based on their tournament scores. In 2020, Golf.com performed this calculation and found that Tiger Woods would have a handicap of plus 7.1 and Phil Mickelson would have a handicap of plus 6.0. The average American golfer has a handicap of 14 points. What that means is that you need to be at least 20 strokes better than your average golfer. And that's before taking into account that the pros play their rounds under completely different pressure than your Tuesday night member guests at your local club. Take for example, the stress that comes with playing in front of a large crowd and with significant financial incentives on the line creates a completely different atmosphere and pressure that is not present in a casual round of golf at a local club. But don't let that be the reason for not trying, because with enough determination, dedication, and practice, it is possible to become a professional golfer and compete at the highest level. And the good news is that you don't have to go at it alone. There are numerous resources available to help you along the way, including coaches, mentors, and training programs. Additionally, there are many other golfers who are out there on a similar journey, and connecting with them can provide valuable support and encouragement. To make it onto the PGA Tour, you must possess a combination of exceptional skill, mental fortitude, and dedication to the sport. Consistent practice and training are crucial in honing your abilities and preparing yourself for the challenges ahead. It's also essential to surround yourself with a supportive network of coaches, mentors, and fellow golfers to help you guide you on your journey. So while the road to becoming a professional golfer may be challenging, it's not impossible. With the right mindset, work ethic, and support system, it's possible to achieve your dreams and play at the highest level. Remember, success is not just about determination, but the journey itself. So enjoy the process and strive to become the best golfer you can be. We hope that this video has provided you with the valuable insights into what it takes to make it onto the PGA Tour. If you're interested in learning more, be sure to check out our entire series on how to become a professional golfer. In this series, we dive deeper into the different steps involved in pursuing a career in professional golf and to provide additional tips and strategies to help you succeed. The next video, we'll be talking about competing in amateur events, so be sure to tune in for that. To conclude, it is evident that making it onto the PGA Tour is no easy feat. The requirements to play at a professional level include consistently shooting an average score of 71.2 on courses similar to those used in PGA tournaments. This means that the average golfer with a handicap of 14 needs to consistently shoot at least 20 strokes better than their current average, and being able to perform at this level is only part of the equation. Professional golfers face immense pressure during their rounds as they compete in large crowds with significant financial incentives on the line. Therefore, it's not only about hitting the ball well, but also about managing the mental and emotional aspects of the game. So, whether you're just starting out or you're well on your way to becoming a professional golfer, we encourage you to keep pushing yourself and never give up on your dreams. Remember, success in golf and in life requires hard work, dedication, and never-ending commitment to self-improvement. And with the help of this series, we'll be able to help you along through each step of your journey. And that's all for this video. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed part 1 of this series, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Press the bell icon to get notified every time we upload more parts of this series, and follow us as we teach you exactly how to get onto the PGA Tour.